So how's it going, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brexer and I create content anything Yu-Gi-Oh and everything Yu-Gi-Oh. Today we are gonna tackle Master Duels for today, and with that, I am ready to showcase to you guys the new Exosisters deck that I've created. Let's go into Master Duels and check that one out. So here we are, guys, and this is the deck that I've created for Exosisters. And you might see we have a variant for DPE into the mix, and of course with the help of Summoner Monk. Yes, Summoner Monk is one of the good cards that you can add to this deck as a tech card. So some players are using Dynatherium. This card is good when it's paired up to your Exosister monsters. So to start off, we have here 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Summoner Monks, the DPE package, of course, 2 Zoroa, the Magistus of the Flame, 3 Ellis, 3 Stella, 2 Irene, and of course 3 copies of Sophia just for draw power if ever this one is on the field. So next up we have your magic and traps. So start off, we have your Monster Reborn, 2 copies of Fusion Destiny, 1 Lightning Storm, 2 Called by the Grave, 2 Forbidden Droplet, because we are running this deck in Diamond, of course, 3 copies of Pax, 3 copies of Arment, 2 copies of Ice Dragon's Prison, and this card is really good, and lastly 3 copies of Exosister Vadis. Now that is your main deck, guys. For your extra deck, we have your very own DPE, 1 copy of Boral Load Savage Dragon, and I will talk about the synchro monsters in a while. 1 copy of Berserker of the Tenyi, 1 copy of Varam, the Magistus of Divinity, 1 copy of Utopic Future, 1 copy of Utopic Draco Future, 2 copies of your Michaelis, 2 copies of your Caspitel, 1 copy of each of your Jibrine, and of course your Isophel. And lastly, we have your last copy of, or 1 copy of Zeus. Now for your XZ monsters, we have here the Artemis, and this card is a Magistus monster, so this is pretty good with the archetype itself. And we'll use this card later on once we summoned Borreload Savage Dragon to the field. And lastly, you have your very own Verte Anaconda for your DPE. So that is the deck, guys, and let's move on to the replays.
One eternity later.
So ladies and gents, here we are with the replays. So to start off, we have 1 copy of Summoner Monk, 1 copy of Irene, 1 copy of Forbidden Droplet, 1 Pax, 1 Ice Dragon's Prison. So let's start. We summon Summoner Monk to the field. It will prompt its effect. Discard 1 magic card. Summon our Zoroa. Zoroa will then get 1 copy of Magistus, equip that Magistus monster to itself, and then with the effect of Zoroa, it can still summon 1 more monster from your hand. So we go with Irene to the field, and we go with Pax to get the Irene's counterpart. We then go with Sophia to the field, draw 1 card, and then we move on to your Borreload Savage Dragon. There we go. And that is the point of using Zoroa to the field. And then for the 2 Exosister cards, we are gonna go for Michaelis just to get 1 copy of your spell and traps. Oh yeah, by the way, so if Artemis is equipped to 1 monster, regardless if it is a Magistus or not, it will prompt an effect and get a copy of 1 additional Magistus monster from your deck and add that one to your hand. Now we use Michaelis effect, get a copy of your armament, set armament, and we end our turn. So I should have gone with Vadis at this point, but nevertheless, it's still okay. So he dropped. So my opponent droplets, and we are dealing with Sky Strikers. So I summon my Isophil to the field, just to use its effect so that both of us what's the effect again? Neither player can activate card effects in the graveyard this turn. So yeah. So just the basic Sky Striker combo we have here. So he's managed to summon so he managed to summon my monster to his side of the field, and then go for he went for Zeke, then Zeke from its effect, and then yeah. That's basically the stuff. It just broke my board in a sense. But the good thing about Exosisters are they have a good recovery for their deck or for their archetype in general. And I'll showcase that one in a while. So he ends his turn, set 2 cards at the back, and then let's see what we can do here. So I was trying to go for Zero at the first turn, but I got negated by Ice Dragon's Prison. Yeah, sucks to be that. Yeah, but we managed to get our Fusion Destiny off, so we summon our DP to the field. And I know the back row, that was the anchor, so I just move on to battle phase and just prompt that anchor. He prompted and targeted my Borolo Dragon, and then I activate my DPE Chain by Called by the Grave to banish his copy of Rose from the graveyard. Destroy 2 monsters on my opponent's side and went ahead and dealt 500 to his life points. So yeah, I managed to get my Asafil back from the effect of Zeke, and then he's used his copy of multi-roll. So at this point, I just don't want him to summon a lot of monsters. Problem is, he got Haunted Mansion on his hand, so my DPE got negated. Nevertheless, it's still okay. So he summons his token. Luckily I have my Ice Dragon Prison, and he has 1 machine monster. He has one warrior monster that is the Dasher in the graveyard. So did that, banished his cards, and just he ended his turn. So summon my Sophia to the field because of Dasher, and then draw 2 cards because of Sophia. Draw 1 card because of Sophia. Activate Celestial's Effect. Oh yeah, so I drew into Ash Blossom, summon Ash Blossom, then use Celestial's Effect. Activate my packs, get a copy of my Irene. Irene summoned to the field, and I went ahead for an XZ. There we go, Jibrin to the field, and increase my attack of all my XZ monsters to, or my Exosister monsters. I'm guessing XZ monsters, you'll gain 800 attack, so that's it. And after my battle phase, I went ahead for Zeus. That's that. So I end my turn, and yeah. So at this point, he bricked. And that is the power of the combo. So here we are in the second game, guys, and we have Irene, 1 Lightning Storm, 1 Pax, 1 Armament, and 1 Ice Dragon's Prison. So let's start. We go with Irene to the field, activate Pax, get a copy of its counterpart, Exosister. He chained with Maxi, so I didn't have to summon that monster. I just add that onto my hand and set Armament and Ice Dragon's Prison. So yeah. So he used the effect of Forbidden Droplets. So there's a lot of Forbidden Droplets here, and we're going up against Arcus. So use Arcus' effect. Yeah, I just prompt this one just for Pete's sake. I just prompted the effect for Irene just for, you know, just popping the effect. And then we went for Armament to exit summon a monster to the side of the field. Yeah. I really thought that would work for some. Oh yeah, the reason why I did that because I really thought that would work if ever that would be an material. So yeah, learn from mistakes. So Isopil's effect prompts, and then he went ahead for Link summoning his Arcus. I went ahead, used my Ice Dragon's Prison, banished 2 cards, and then there we go. Now it's my turn. Draw, summon my Sophia to the field, draw another card, and attack for 200 overall. And then main phase 2, Zeus. Set my Armament and my Forbidden Droplet and end my turn. So here we are. What he's gonna do next? He's gonna spell summon his copy of what you call this? Malicious to the field, and I then, since he moved a monster from the graveyard, I prompt my monster's effect to exit summon. So Michaelis will be using its effect since it's summoned using an Exosister monster, banishing its very own malicious out of play. So I prompt my armament on that chain for world key. What was the world key? Yeah, world 1, sorry, world 1. So yeah, Caspital will prompt its effect. He then uses effect. I then used Forbidden Droplet just to negate the effect. Problem was he managed to set off the. He managed to link off a monster to, I think, yeah, that one, Nightmare Unicorn. Yeah, at this point I shouldn't have actually used the effect of Zeus, but yeah, nevertheless, still okay. Because he was just gonna target Zeus anyways, and he can't attack my other monster. So we drew into Zoroa. Zoroa will prompt its effect. Zoro, and then summon a level 4 monster from the graveyard or my hand. So we go with Irene, and we instantly summon a Synchro monster. So that is that, and then we attack for 3/400 and end our turn. So that is the effect of Zoroa. It's pretty good with this deck. Yeah. Banish his monster, spell summon his Orcus monster to the field. I prompt that effect just to negate it. I think he did something here. I think he exit summon. Yeah, he exit summon to his Evening Star. Yeah, Evening Star. So that is that. Then exit summon, I think. Oh no, he link summons. Why exit summon? He link summon to his Birthday Anaconda. So problem is I already banished his 2 copies of Malicious in his deck, so he couldn't use the effect of Birthday Anaconda. So here we are, guys, on the last game, and we have 1 copy of Summoner Monk, 1 Zoroa, 1 Fusion Destiny, 2 copies of Vadis. So let's start with summoning our Summoner Monk. Discard our Fusion Destiny to the from the hand, and we summon our Zoroa again. Problem with this one is, so you can't summon another copy of itself from the hand to the field. So that's that. Any level 4 will do except itself. So summon Borreload Savage Dragon, and then set our Vadis. Luckily, our opponent is using Reptilians. Reptilian Order deck, something. So just by reading the cards, I'm not really familiar with the archetype in general, but yeah, it keeps on removing monsters from the graveyard to anywhere else. So this deck is good for that. So summon my monsters to the field, and like that, I can immediately exit summon using my Exosister monsters. So I summon here on Michaelis and Isopil, I guess? Yeah, Isopil and Michaelis, yeah. Isopil will prompt its effect so that there will be no monster effects. Where's that? Neither player can activate card effects in the graveyard this turn, right? So yeah. So let's just fast forward this one. He used Snake Rain, whatever. He used Reptilian Spawn. And summon tokens. Link off to his Echidna. So Echidna, I actually negated this one. Nevertheless, he managed to summon another copy of this later on. So yeah, it wasn't really worth it. So that's that. Yeah. Then managed to turn my Michaelis into 0. So yeah, basically we still have a good board. So at this point on, we got good cards, and we got a Monster Reborn. We summon our Zoroa, so it would have prompted its effect and Monster Reborn a monster from my graveyard, and yeah, that was supposed to be it. I should have done with, or I should have gone with Zoroa, then Synchro Summon a monster, and then Spell Summon the equipped Synchro monster that I have in my extra deck. So that is the deck profile, guys, and those are the replays for the new Exosister archetype. So if you like this kind of content, if you like the archetype in general, please leave a like and subscribe for the channel. It will really help a lot. And yeah, see you guys on the next video for Master Duels or for any YugiOh news. So this is me signing off. Keep safe, good luck, and have a good day. Bye-bye.